Well, joining me live now is Tom Goodhead. You saw in that piece, whose company lost that legal challenge against hotel quarantine yesterday. And also joined by another guest, but actually we'll be speaking to a few other people too, Tom. But first, let's just stay with you. As we were just saying there, you've lost that legal challenge, that judicial review. Will you be appealing?
We are, yes. We're appealing in the next 7 days. We were extremely disappointed with the judgment yesterday. We're grateful, obviously, to the judge for considering the arguments that we made on behalf of our clients. But I was extremely disappointed by the outcome, and I think it was the wrong decision.
Just remind us, what was the basis of your argument in the first place?
Yeah, so the legal challenge is that this breaches Article 5 of the European Convention of Human Rights, which is the right to liberty, so the right to your personal freedoms, not to be detained by the states. You've heard many of the people that we represent and people that have just featured on your programme now have described these conditions as being prison-like, and I think the best way to put it is that. I mean, it's a slightly more luxurious version of prison. It's perhaps maybe what people perceive prison to be like, if you believe that people are soft on crime. But the reality is that the state takes control of nearly every single facet of your everyday life whilst you're in detention. I mean, that is prison. There's no other way to describe it.
Now, has it come as a surprise to you that the Prime Minister has admitted that you have a very fair challenge?
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, yesterday the government had two lawyers in court saying that this was unarguable. Yet on Wednesday evening, the Prime Minister describes it as a very fair challenge. So that probably tells you all you need to know about the state of the government's thinking at the moment in relation to this issue.
Well, that really shows you, just how conflicting many things are, isn't it, during this pandemic, especially we're hearing one thing from the government and one thing from others. Now, is there a good chance then that, this result could end in quarantine hotels?
I mean, I get the feeling that politically, and it's starting to come towards an end now anyway, I think the public mood has changed. Very sadly, a lot of this is about politics. I don't believe that the policy was ever really grounded in science. I think it was a perception of not having acted hard enough during bringing travel restrictions in at the beginning of the first lockdown or when the pandemic started, and then a need to try and show that the UK was being tougher than pretty much any other government in Europe. And in fact, now worldwide, even Australia is no longer pursuing this policy. Sadly, as with many things with this government, I think it's politics rather than anything informed by science or informed by law.
Tom Goodhead, thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you.